Hello everybody, welcome to Tiffany Lives Tarot. I'm Tiffany and I make tarot down to earth and practical so you know exactly how to move forward with your life. Please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. The button's going to be over here or maybe over here. It seems to change every time I look at it. Please subscribe and then click on notifications so you know every time a new video comes out, which is once or twice a week. Also, you could join my blog by signing up for my email list at tiffanylives.com. You get a free 10-minute reading just for signing up. Today, we are doing a special reading for fear of the unknown and how to navigate through that when it comes upon us. So let's see what wisdom the cards have to tell us about that. All right, where we're at, we've got the Ten of Wands. Now, when we're at the Ten of Wands, not hard to see, but we are overwhelmed, we are burdened, and we're feeling tired. There's a growing fatigue. This can be physical, it can be mental, and here's the spoils of whatever battles we've been engaged with here at our feet, and yet it feels hollow. It's not enough somehow, and there's some heavy introspection and maybe life review going on, or review of some aspect of your life that has been very, very challenging or just very important. And even if you see the ship here in the back, this connects to those everyday battles. There's no reserves left in that ship, and no reserves can come in the form of you're feeling a lack of money, a lack of energy, a lack of inspiration or drive. You're just kaput, finished. And this guy doesn't know what to do next. And when we're facing the unknown, we can feel this way too, especially right now. It's been a heavy first 6 months of a year. It's been heavy for everybody. And here we are sitting on our treasure chest, which represents our life, not understanding how to use the treasure that's within it. So all we can do is sit on it. All right. Well, let's check out our internal, external influences. Okay. All right. We've got the Two of Water and we have the Strength card. Two of Water, let's start here. It is time to push this crap out of your focus. Stop thinking about it. That's not where you want to be. You want to find your place of connection. There are immediate and heavy lessons coming down to us right now. And we need to not get stuck here. This Two of Water represents our connection to our intuition. And that is the bridge to the unknown. Our intuition is our bridge to knowing the unknown. And we need to find this place. The water represents that connection, or the spiritual field, or the universe, the spiritual realm. And when we come to the Two of Water, we need to get back to that place and find joy in it, because this connection is meant to assist us. That's why we have our intuition, to help us in these times when we don't know what to do. And with the Strength card, well, here's the bridge filling up this gender neutral person right here who has made the connection. They've connected to that source, their intuition. And what happens is these two snakes, they represent our physical world versus the spiritual world, but they're balanced now. They're not fighting with each other. They also represent like our good angel and our bad angel, but they're not fighting anymore. They can look each other in the eye and just accept that they are all part of the one thing, which is you. So when we accept all these different parts, then there's an ease, the tension of what to do, what not to do gets released, because we're filling ourselves up with our intuition, which is our connection to the unknown, or our way of knowing the unknown. This is really intense. Well, how do you do that? How do you do that? It's easier than we think. We got happy, happy. It's in reverse, but with this card, you can't lose. Doesn't matter which direction it's in. You don't lose with this card. When we get the happy, happy card, which is fun to say, you should try it, we get permission. We get permission to not take ourselves so seriously. What a relief, right? We get permission to stop calculating forward. What are we going to do? We get permission to stop getting distracted by news and the media and the gazillion viewpoints that are out there right now. And we find this happy, happy in the cracks, in the small spaces of our lives that are not filled with obligations and to-do lists and media stuff polluting our brain. That's where we find the happy, happy spot. And we have to get there if we want to get here. We have to find those little cracks in our lives where this exists if we want to get here, because we can't reach this place from a place of darkness. We can only get here because we're experiencing lightness. Lightness begets light, begets lightness. Begets, that's such a weird word. Leads to. When we find lightness, it leads to light, and that leads to lightness, and so on. The cycle continues. And now you're like, oh, okay, Mrs. Yoda, so how do I do all that? Don't worry, I'm sure I got you. We're flipping this card over. All right, here's how you do it. Now, don't freak out. Meditation brings answers. I said don't freak out because a lot of people don't like this word meditation. I'm not asking you to go sit on a rock in silence for an hour, although if that's your thing, do it. Do it. You already understand this. However, if meditation is difficult or you can't find time for it, that's not the issue. Meditation comes in so many forms. And I was just talking to a friend last night who we were talking about how for her gardening is a meditation because it helps her clearly focus. And I hate gardening, but I like hiking. When I'm hiking, I can clearly focus. I'm getting lost in a rhythm. Or doing dishes helps me clearly focus, get lost in a rhythm. I get lost in a process. That is meditation. What do you do that helps you find a rhythm, gets you lost in a process, gets you clearly focused? Because in that moment, you are in those cracks. Those cracks I'm telling you to find, you don't have to look too hard. Because when you're in those moments of clear focus, even if it's for 30 seconds, that's the crack. And as soon as you get into that place, you create room for this. You have to go there. Find your way. Wow, I've just given you the framework for how to navigate through the unknown. This is your framework. How are you going to fill it in? This is exciting. I want to hear about that this week. Please tell me your stories below in the comment section on the blog or here on YouTube, or you can email me, or you can tell me on Facebook as well. I've got links for all this stuff down below. So please let me know how this works out for you. I'm excited to hear. All right, I'll see you next time.